that's where we left off last time, Brushy Mountain Outpost. We're heading on down. Day one. We drove in yesterday to Parisburg, Virginia, and stayed at Angel's Rest Hostel last night. And got shuttled. They shuttled us just a little bit ago here. It's a really nice place. I'll give y'all a tour of it. We're gonna walk back to there and get our resupply box out of my vehicle. I'll give you a tour of it. All right, we've got 11.9 miles today to get to Jenny Knob Shelter. All right, we have entered the woods, and that's where we came in right there. We're headed this way. It's a little chilly this morning. It rained through the night, so we're expecting some muddy conditions along the way today. And of course everything's just a little bit slippery, wet. We may get some, still a chance of rain throughout the day, I think about 30. And it jumps on up to 70 around 6 o'clock this evening, and then on up 90 after that. So we are hoping that the rains hold off until at least we get to the shelter. We're going to go to Jenny Knob Shelter, and hopefully maybe it won't rain at all, but at least, well, maybe it'll hold off until we get there. And there we are, our blaze. Alright, we just passed Helvy's Mill Shelter. Didn't stop there, it was 3/10 off of the trail. We weren't going to go to that for any reason. And we've got plenty of water. So now we'll just do some ups and downs. This side of the mountain feels a little bit better. When we first got started, it was just kind of muggy on the other side, no breeze. Well, I mean, it was a little cool, but the higher we got and around that side of the mountain, it just got a little muggy, kind of yucky. But now that we came up over the top, it feels better. There's, like I said, a little breeze. And onward we go. We are almost 4 miles in. We're deep in this lush environment. The trail is really narrow, and got all these little trees and shrubs and stuff lining it. Makes it feel closed in. The cicadas, we go through areas where the cicadas are really loud, and then they get softer. We've seen a few of them on trail, hanging on a tree or a post or something. They're small compared to what I'm used to back at home. I guess they're different species of them. These are kind of cute. The ones at home are obnoxious looking. It's about 2:30, and we're over 5 miles in, I believe. We've just been moving on these little ups and downs, just kind of rolling through. The trail is still narrow and bordered with all this lush stuff. We've hit another point where it's a little bit muggy again. Not a whole lot of a breeze. That's a steep downhill. Hope that doesn't mean we got to go right back up. A steep uphill. And there's Irish Daisy bringing up the rear. I think we're both a little bit tired today. Even though it's the first day, we ought to be, you would think we'd be raring to go. And we were excited, but not having been doing much exercise at home, I hadn't done any. Our bodies just were like in sudden shock. Oh, what are you doing again? Why are you doing this to me? But it's alright, we'll be whipped back up by the third day. Our bodies will know then. Oh yeah, we're out for another hike. I think a lot of Virginia is supposed to be like this kind of enclosed trail. I think that's why thru hikers get so, they call it the Virginia blues. They're so thankful to be out of Virginia, even though it's pretty. It just gets monotonous being in the green tunnel. That's the nice thing about section hiking. We can do it in bits and pieces, and it's not, 550 some odd miles of nothing but green tunnel. So we get it in spurts, and it's not so bad. And we get to pick the time of year, weather that we want to be out here. Thru hiker has to take what they get. One day I might thru hike. I think I could do it. Or I may just pick up whenever I have the opportunity to go without any hindrances or anything calling me back home. I might just pick up where I leave off, wherever I've ended my section hikes, and pick up from there and just go the rest of the way to Katahdin. I don't know. For now, I'll just keep enjoying my sections and the times that I'm able to get out. It's a real mind cleanser, I guess you would call it. Get away from the crap of the world. Especially right now, we've got so much going on. We've had that virus going on, and then this murder that has caused a lot of protesting, and which has turned into riots and looting, and the nonsense. All this nonsense of the world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, the murder it was nonsense if somebody did that, but the things that led up to these other things, which don't accomplish anything, but it's just bringing out the evil in the world. Anyway, all that it's on everything. It's on all social media, and it's on TV, and it's just hard to stomach a lot of that, especially when it's repetitious. It's, get the facts and then go on, but people twisting things, and you just don't know what's true. And it's just depressing to know that we're living in a world that's so full of this evil. There's not a thing we can do about it. I mean, praying, yeah, but the Bible has said times we're going to come to this. So it's no shock. It's just sad. And I think about my children. Of course, I'm on up 48 years old. I've lived the majority, I guess, or a lot of my life. And I think about my children. They've got so many years ahead of them, unless the Lord comes back soon. But they've got so many years ahead of them to deal with who knows what, even worse stuff. And I hate it for them. I just hate it. Anyway, being out here, the whole point of that was to say that being out here, getting the mind away from all that, the distractions and the evils, it just can relieve a lot of stress and take the weight that's on your shoulders that's causing so much sadness in the world. It just lifts. You can get out here and you can think about whatever you want to think about. Watch. I mean, you get to see, like we saw a deer back there. It was running away, but it was pretty. We're seeing all these wonderful plants out here with various shapes and textures, and there are different bugs that you don't see out in the regular world, the human world. It's just a spiritual, I guess, thing to do, to come out here and see all this, the creation of God. And all the sounds, the wonderful birds, the different sounds that they make, especially in the mornings when the sun's coming up and the forest is waking up. And you hear them, they're so happy. They're so happy because they don't have to deal with the evils of the world. Anyway, it's very uplifting. I guess I can quit my ramblings. Alright, gotta move on. We're gonna try to beat that rain to the shelter. Check in later. Well, look at that. We've hit 600 miles on the Appalachian Trail. My pack just said, I'm going to give up. Alright, we're about, I don't know, a couple of miles from the shelter. It has started to rain. So I've got my umbrella out. It's not raining hard. It's not hitting me a whole lot. I just figured I'd go ahead and give it out because I'll eventually get in an open spot and it'll get me, or it'll get harder. Oh, back uphill. We made it to Jenny Knob Shelter. It was raining a lot. We've already had our supper. We're snuggled in our beds. Hopefully gonna stay warm all night. Not much to say.